Hey, what's up you guys? It's Vicky and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. I thank you guys so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a review, actually wear test review of the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This foundation came out a couple of months ago, but I just got my hands on it. So let's dive into my thoughts on this foundation. But before we get into the video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already and ring the bell icon to stay notified to when I upload a new video. So with all of that general housekeeping stuff being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to be starting out by doing the step that I always do, which is priming my face. I'm going to be using the Tarte Base Tape Primer. I really need to get the full size of this product because I am almost out, but this is the best primer I've used in a long time. I really want to try the Milk Hydro Grip Primer sometime soon. It's just kind of figuring out when I'm going to get my hands on that is the thing. So the foundation that we're going to be talking about today is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. It just looks like this. I've seen a lot of people do reviews. I hadn't really watched it myself just because I wanted to wait till I got my own hands on it, till I kind of formulated an opinion on it. But I'm going to be applying this product using two different methods. I'm going to be using a brush for one side and I'm going to be using a sponge on the other just to see how well they apply. So I will say that I have been using this product over the past little bit just so I can give a actual impression on it, because I don't want to say that something is good and fantastic if I only used it once. By the way, I have a huge breakout right now and we're actually going to be putting this foundation to the test to see how well it actually wears and covers up acne and stuff like that. So it's going to be a true test. So for this side, I think I want to use a sponge, and for the side I think I'm going to use a brush. So I'm just going to start by blending this out with my chunky Real Technique sponge. So it is applying pretty okay with a sponge. It looks a little bit patchier. I don't know if that's me, I don't know if that's the sponge or the foundation, but I'm gonna assume that it's a foundation. So we'll see how that goes. Looks pretty nice. It's not bad. It's covering what needs to be covered, but it's not really, I don't know, it does look really fresh. It's not like it's a matte kind of look. It does give my face a little bit of a sheen. Now my skin has been a little bit weird the last few days. I don't really know what's going on with that, but it's just been really wonky. So on this I'm going to be using a brush just because I think that brushes can sometimes distribute the product a little bit heavier. So I'm just going to start by blending this in. So that's interesting. It definitely does apply a little bit differently depending on the method. I do think that I like the side of the brush a little bit more because I think that there's more coverage there. I don't know. It might be because I had more foundation on this side, but I do want to add a little bit more foundation. And this is a little bit more of a watery consistency. As you can probably see, it's running down my hand. But when it applies to the face, it doesn't really feel as like wet as it is. I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of feels really nice. By the way, this foundation does have an SPF of 25, so keep that in mind for the summer because you always need to be wearing SPF. So I really like that on this side, so I'm going to go back in on this side as well and put that in the spots that I need more coverage and blend it out with my sponge. So I do think that that looks really nice and it looks really covered. I will say that you can still see the texture on my skin from my acne peeking through. That's fine. It just is what it is. Foundation's not going to fix any of that. But I think that for the tone of my skin, it looks really even and really nice. And that's always what I'm looking for in a foundation, is something that's going to make it look so, I don't know, just like smooth. So next I'm going to be going in with my concealer. So I'm going to be using two concealers, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and then the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. So then I'm going to be setting with my Airspun powder like I have been doing a lot more recently. Next, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I use this all the time. Again, I need to repurchase a new one, but every single time I'm at the store, I never think about picking one of these up, which is kind of unfortunate, honestly. To add some shine, I'm going to be using my MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish all over my face. Next, I'm going to be using this bronzer shade right here called Bestie Bronze. I'm going to just be warming up my face a little bit more. Next, I'm going to be using this Milani blush in the shade Tea Rose. Next, I'm going to be using the shade Dusted for my highlight. And lately, I've just been highlighting right on the tip of my nose and in the center of my, like, this is totally random. I didn't even tell you what I was saying at all, but for my nose highlight, I've started out just highlighting the tip of my nose and right on the bridge of my nose right here. You guys, it makes the most beautiful highlight I've ever seen. Like, it makes your nose look a lot slimmer, and then like the light just hits your nose at that right angle. Try it. Like, next time you highlight your face, try it. All right, you guys, this is where the magic happens. I'm gonna be using my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist to set my face. This is like the best part of doing my makeup. Like, setting my face is my favorite part. And then like get my bougie fan. So like that's a step where everything just like melts down and like starts to look really good together and just like a part of a unit. So now I'm going to be going on to my eyes. I'm not going to do any of this eye look on camera just because I've done a lot of eye looks, and today's video is all about the foundation and seeing how I like it. Right now I think it's pretty nice. It's covering up the acne that I have right now. I don't see any scarring, which is really cool because sometimes I can see a lot of my acne scarring peeking through. I don't know if it's because I use one layer or two layers. I will say that layering this foundation is not a problem at all. It looks really great actually. It doesn't look like one of those, I've had foundations where if you layer it a little bit, it starts to really look like you layered it on. But this is just a really nice buildable coverage foundation. Again, I'm not having any peeking through or anything, and I just don't have any issues with my discoloration. I think I look great right now. Like, my skin looks really great right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes and my eyebrows off camera, and then I'll be back with my thoughts after all of that's done. Right now it is 10:52, so I'll tell you guys when I am back after doing all of that. So I'll see you guys in just a second. So let's try to do like a transition, just go. So this is how my makeup has turned out today. I don't know what happened when I was doing my makeup, you guys, honestly. I was planning on doing something more natural. I mean, you guys know me, I always plan on doing something more natural, or I don't know, it's either really natural or really extreme. But I wanted to do something natural today, and then I saw these palettes in my drawer and I was like, I've got to use those palettes today. So I wanted to tell you guys what I used really quickly. From my Revolution Reloaded Velvet Rose palette, I used the shade As a Transition. I used this shade in my crease. I used the shade Shining from my Aurora Lights palettes by BH Cosmetics on my lid. And then I put Prismatic in the center, and it just, I don't know, it looks kind of cool. But I wasn't planning on doing this kind of makeup today, but it's fine. So the foundation has been on for about, let me check what time it is. It's been on for about an hour now. I think that it looks really nice. I'm seeing it on my camera viewfinder over here, and I'm also looking at it in my mirror. And I think that in every way that I like look at it, it just looks really nice. So this is the side that I did my sponge on, and this is the side that I did my makeup brush on. I can't really tell the difference. I don't think that it, after getting all my makeup done, it looks that different. It doesn't look like I did anything different at all, really. But it just looks really pretty and fresh, and oh my god, like it just looks really nice. So going over the claims of this foundation, the foundation has a claim that it is up to 24-hour fresh wear. That's why I'm gonna do a wear test just to see if those claims actually hold up. I'm not gonna wear it for 24 hours, obviously, but I am gonna wear it for a few hours today. I'm doing some chores around the house, and I've also got some other stuff to do, so we'll see how that holds up. But there is an SPF of 25 in this, which is fantastic because you always need to be using an SPF. It says that this foundation has a breathable, buildable coverage, and I would say that that is the truth. I will say after using it for a few days, I did notice that there were some transfer issues sometimes, but I'm gonna see how it holds up today with changing my clothes and doing another video and everything like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks right now, so I will check back in with you guys very soon. Hey guys, really quickly, I wanted to show you guys what the foundation looks like without my lights on in the background. and just on like a camera phone so that you guys can see how it looks. It's now 1:03 and there is like a line here. I always have a line. I'm never not gonna have a smile line, but it's kind of peeking through. But other than that, the coverage is still there. Acne on that side, we already know, we've seen it. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Again, I will be checking in with you guys later in the day, so I'll see you guys at my first check-in. Hey guys, so I'm back for my check-in. It's 6 o'clock now. I'm outside because I wanted to get a better kind of like light view of how everything looks on my face. So I will say that there again is cracking like right here, like there's always going to be cracking there. But I've noticed that it's kind of like shearing out a little bit on my forehead, but it's not anything that's bad. Like again, the coverage is still there. I did notice some transfers when I was changing my clothes, so keep that in mind. If you guys don't want anything that's going to transfer, this definitely does transfer a little bit, but it's not like a transfer where it's like transferred off your face. It's just deposited onto your clothing. So if that's an issue you guys don't want to have, maybe try to steer away from this foundation. But I do like it still. It still looks really great. I've been wearing my glasses and you can't really tell that they're a little bit of vivids, but it's not like a big bad thing. So I will check back in with you guys in a couple more hours to give my final thoughts about this foundation. Hey guys, so it is 11:30 now and I've had this foundation on all day for 12 hours. So not a full 24 hours, of course, but still 12 hours. I've got my glasses on because it's late and I cannot see anything at all. But I just wanted to give a check-in on my foundation. I think that it held up pretty okay. My eyebrow was coming off too. But I will say that this foundation is a definite win. I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a new foundation that really feels nice, and it's just a foundation that you know is gonna stay on. So that's always a good thing to look for. So I'm gonna go back to I don't know. I'm gonna go back to the other clip, so I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big old like for me down below. Comment on what products you guys would like to see me use in the future. I really do read those comments and I really am excited about trying all these products you guys are recommending to me. And make sure that you subscribe to my channel, become my best friend. Like, let's just be friends and talk about makeup and just like, I don't know, do like the whole thing. So I hope to see you guys in my next video, but until then, have a great day and just be your most authentic self.